What up, guys? It's Zaick from Ghostwulf Underground, and I am here with...
No take backs.
So, tonight's a very, very big night in the community. Somebody who was very close to me and many other artists in Pennsylvania and all over passed away. Joe Porrini from the Yo Show. He will be missed, and he was loved by many, and he's only ever been a gentle soul. So I guess the first thing I'm going to ask you guys is one of the first bands that I got him to put on the Yo Show when I started getting involved with Jeff is what was your guys' experience on the Yo Show like, and what made it special to you guys?
Honestly, I loved how supportive Jeff was before we even got on the show. Like, because it was planned for like a month probably that we were going to get on the show after you had set it up. And he started immediately following the band, commenting on content, and just like, you know, being active within our little community.
Not only that, but when we did eventually get onto the interview, he actually did his research, which I think is cool. You know, just being able to talk to someone who actually did their research on us and knew what was up. Yeah. He was very supportive of what we said to him. Will be a soul that's missed.
It's all right, Reese. You can cry on camera. I might. It's okay, brother. That being said, you know, Cassie, his wife, did say the Yo Show's getting on. It will be on at 8 o'clock tonight. I'm not sure if this interview will be up by then, but if it is, anybody watching, definitely check that out. He was an exceptional man. The first night I met him by crowd killing him with my friend Shelby Shank, and that's my favorite story to tell about Jeff. Because it was Mixie from Stitched Apart, and she was like, I want to see everybody move, hit somebody. And then Jeff happened to catch an elbow. And, you know, he's basically like a scene dad to me. His podcast and me helping with his podcast helped me grow and get comfortable doing things like this, like the interviews and stuff like that. I just want to ask you guys from your perspective, what about that interaction and interview with Jeff helped you guys grow as a band?
I think it was really good for exposure personally as far as growth. As far as the interaction, Jeff was just like really genuine. And like Reese said, he did a lot of his research. And even brought up like older songs in our first EP and all sorts of things that I think just really helped people, you know, get a better idea of us and understand like our discography and who we were a little bit more as musicians and with our music. And it was cool that he like really helped bring out kind of everything in the conversation, not just what we're currently doing, but he was interested in us as a whole and the individuals within, which is really special. Not a lot of people get that deep.
Yeah. Here we are at the Art Academy of Milton, a venue out here in Milton, PA, that Nikki from Renovare helps run and manage. Thanks for the hat, by the way, Nikki. You know I love you. So that being said, you know, you guys dedicated your set to Jeff tonight, and I think that's just really miraculous. And you guys aren't the only ones. There's bands around the country playing tonight dedicating their set to Jeff. Like my boys in Saving Vice are doing the same. You know, it's crazy how one life could make such a ripple effect. I opened my feed and it was just everything.
Jeff was
everything.
A legend.
He definitely was a legend.
As a community and as a scene, it's going to be a very, very hard void that's missing to fill. And I feel like in order to fill that spot, it's going to take a lot of people working together, which might turn out really, really well for the scene. I've been telling myself all day personally that this sucks, it's sad, but I just know because of his heart and his soul and the love that that man had, that something beautiful is going to come from all of this. And I can't wait to see what happens with that. So now we're going to move away from that because I don't want to cry on camera, at least not tonight. So that being said, 2026 is coming up very, very quickly. You guys now have pro skaters, like sponsored skaters, wearing no takebacks merch.
Yeah, dude.
Like, which is awesome. I believe they're the film for that's premiering at the Ritz. What, the 28th, something like that?
They're doing like a whole film and everything.
Oh,
He hasn't told me yet.
sorry, Chester.
Oh, that's cool to find out, though, dude.
No. I blew the lid. Anyway, we're just gonna delete that. That's gonna get edited out. So that being said, in 2026, you know, you guys now have professional skater that like rocks your guys' merch. Actually, just seen something really dope. Drowning Kelly, when they played the Sherman, had 4 limited edition Kwizard skateboards.
Oh, wow.
So out of there, that might be something cool you guys could get into.
Oh, dude, yeah,
I've
definitely.
seen a couple bands do it. We just saw Handguns do it with their merch.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That being said, you know, Donna Rose is working on all these Jump the Gap shows too. How would you guys feel about hopping on one of those?
We've actually already been asked about playing the 2026 Jump the Gap show as potentially one of the headlining bands.
Yeah.
I don't think I was supposed to know that, so a secret for a secret.
Scrub.
Delete that too. Just like the no takebacks OnlyFans, nothing's getting deleted. This is all going up raw, guys.
Reese's Fuck will be there by midnight.
Absolutely.
Bet. So I guess I've listened to some of your guys' older stuff, and I was like, yo, when did you guys go post-hardcore? Because I found it on accident. I believe Tyler's like, that song's like 4 or 5 years old. Do you guys have any thoughts about going back to the harder direction?
It's funny that you actually like asked that question, because on the music that we're currently starting to work on to put out next year, we're actually going in a lot heavier direction. I actually think I might have sent you a little taste of something a little while back.
I don't know. Using taste and OnlyFans in the same paragraph doesn't really sound too good.
Dude, I sent you some feet pics. What do you know about that? But no, we're definitely going to be heading in more of like a hardcore skate punk direction, less poppy sound for sure.
Awesome. So that being said, I just want to do a moment of silence real quick for Jeff, the Shark Porrini, host of the Yo Show. All right. Well, guys, I just want to say that I hope everything goes well for his family, and I hope that Cassie's okay and that his legacy continues to live on, as it seems it will, with many, many artists like yourselves and people like me whose lives he touched. Thank you guys for being a part of this interview, and thank you for allowing me to do it. This is Zaick Wolf from Ghostwulf Underground signing off.
Big things coming.